Hello again and welcome to Mike's Garden. Last week we had pothos. This week we are having the Syngonium. Syngoniums are a flowering plant under the Araceae family, and most of them are found in the jungles of Mexico to Brazil. But most of the species are predominantly found in Panama and in Costa Rica. And approximately there are 16 different species under the Syngonium genus. And in Australia, we have several hybrids of the Syngoniums. Syngoniums are also known as arrowhead plant. Arrowhead because of the shape of the leaf of the Syngonium. It practically resembles an arrowhead. As the Syngoniums mature, the leaf changes its characteristic. It will have a tri-lobe or bigger leaves with two lobes at the back. Now let's talk about the lighting requirements of the Syngonium. Syngoniums are actually very easy to keep, and they would pass to be indoor plants because they don't really need too much light. Syngoniums love indirect sunlight, bright indirect sunlight, or dappled light, also the shade. It can live in the shade. That is why you keep most of your Syngoniums indoor. Or they qualify to become indoor plants because they can thrive inside your house without any problem. They are also very easy to propagate. They can be propagated by cuttings or node cuttings, technically known as asexual propagation. They can be directly planted into soil, or they can be water rooted, or could probably stay in a vase for a long time, for as long as you like, as long as you maintain the quality of the water and fertilize it every now and then so your Syngonium plant stays healthy. This is an example of a cutting that has been left in a vase. As you can see, the roots are very healthy, the leaves are bright and healthy too. And look at this one. This Syngonium has lived in a vase for several months now, and it has survived being in this small vessel. Look at that. It's practically floating in water. Just don't forget, water quality is essential. Change the water every now and then to give it fresh water. And some of you, for how long? Really very long. I have this Syngonium in this tall neck vase for a long time. Really long, and it is still alive. A little bit leggy because we have kept this in a very dark spot in the house. And now let's talk about the soil requirement. Syngoniums are very simple. They don't really need much about the type of soil you have. Soil requirement. Syngoniums are very simple to satisfy, though they would prefer a well-drained soil if they are kept in pots. If you keep your plants in pots, it is essential or necessary that they should be well drained. Otherwise, it becomes waterlogged, and that is the major cause of root rot. So you want to avoid that by keeping or maintaining the soil well drained. But in general, Syngoniums love moist soil. So from time to time, you have to regularly water your Syngonium if you have a well-draining soil. And that is really important. And let me introduce you to my Syngonium collection on Mike's Garden. As you can see, they are pretty and healthy looking plants. I've spent a lot of time taking good care of them, and I have maintained them by keeping them in hanging pots and well-draining soil. That is the most important thing you have to do to keep your plants healthy. While they love moist soil, but they must be kept also in well-draining soil. Now, I will introduce you to my little bottled babies. To start with, this is the Syngonium Sunshine Speckles. Look at that. That is one lovely little Syngonium. And this one is another hybrid. This is Syngonium podophyllum hybrid. It's called Maria. Syngonium Maria. Hello, Maria. And this one is Syngonium Rosanna. Look at that. Rosanna. Reminds me of a song by Toto. And this is Syngonium Pixie. Oh, beautiful Syngonium. And this is Syngonium Gold Illusion. Ooh, look at that. And this one is another Syngonium. Syngonium Sunshine. Just a little bit of sunshine. Hello, sunshine. And this is the cutest of my Syngoniums. It is called Syngonium Mini Butterfly. I would like to show that, get a close-up of this mini butterfly. There you go. Mini Butterfly Syngonium. Well, I hope you like my Syngonium collection. These little ones, it will take me more years to really appreciate them. It will take me a little more time to grow them, but I have no intention of really growing them really big because I'm really running out of space. Too many plants, and that's harder to keep, and more time management is needed to be with them. This one is a lovely little plant. This one too. And that one. This only means to say that Syngoniums are a favorite plant of mine. That's why I have kept several species in my collection. And I have little Syngonium plants too. But my favorite would be this one. If you want to keep Syngoniums inside your house, just make sure they are not within reach, not only by your pets, but your children as well. So let's talk about the water requirement of Syngoniums. Well, Syngoniums are very easy to keep. Be sure your soil is well draining, so that every time you water it, the water will freely come out of the pot. Because Syngoniums love moist soil. So if you have moist soils with your Syngonium, you won't have any problem. Now let's talk about Syngonium as a climber. Because they are a climbing plant, if you plant them outdoors in the shaded part of your house, it will definitely become wild and become invasive. But that is your prerogative. Syngoniums can be invasive because they are vines, and any vines that are left to go wild will be a problem. But you see, problems are created if you don't care about it, because it's very easy to pull those vines and hedge them and cut them and trim them so you can actually control a wild plant. Tell me of your experience with your Syngoniums by writing down your comments or suggestions, and how could I probably propagate my Syngoniums too. You may have a tip or two to tell me so I can learn something from you as well. So till then, see you on Mike's Garden.